you ever feel like the Hulk? And not because you are big or strong, but because you have a lot on your plate. And by having a lot on your plate, I mean you're stressed. Yes, I know your lives are crazy, but stress can also come from that craziness of life. You have to have a lot to do as you are in jobs, or you have to go to school and you have homework done. This stress can cause a lot of problems on your body, on your mind, and on your behavior. By having these problems, you can affect how you speak to people and your friendship. Now that we know that stress causes a lot of problems on our body, we got to figure out how big the problems can be. As we go into our stress, we know that life is crazy and busy, and sometimes the little things that we have in our life that causes stress, it brings out kind of the best in us. But first we must know what stress is. According to HeartMath.com, the typical stress reaction is when 1,400 biochemicals start reacting in your body. That happens with the littlest amount of stress you can have. Heartland.com states that 80 to 60% of doctor appointments can be caused by stress-related problems that you may not think are stress-related. The muscle aches that you feel are also stress problems that can be caused by your body working overtime by the long period of stress, also known as chronic stress, according to MayoClinic.com. Big problems that happen when you have chronic stress are heart disease or heart problems, such as strokes or heart attacks. Also, your immune system becomes very weak, as you cannot fight off it because you are using hormones from your body to go and calm your body with the stress. It also can make your bones very weak in the density. As you're using those hormones for something else, it eats away at your bones from having the less hormones there. This is a very big deal. That occurs in a long time of stress, says mygreenbody.com. They say that it doesn't matter how much stress you have, the littlest things, like maybe something is out of place, can be caused by stress. This hurts everything in your body. As I was saying, it does hurt you physically by your heart or your stroke, your heart or having a stroke, but it can also hurt your mind. Little things like headaches, dizziness, fogginess, those fit under the brain. It's also known as the mental effect of stress. Your emotional part of your brain may be affected too, as you feel less sense of humor, as you don't think things are funny as you used to do. You get frustrated more often, and these happen because you are using more things, more hormones to affect other parts of your body. Your problem with stress is that your body may not become numb to the signs of it, says HeartMath.com. This means that you do not have signs that you can see anymore. You just think it is normal to be anxious or worrious. That's where we start onto our next problem of trying to figure out the green in the Hulk. Some signs that stress is caused by the problems is how we figure out where the signs come from. People that are in high school that say that they can't remember things or are having memory problems are also caused by stress, as many people undergo that, but they think that they are having becoming too old or something, but healthguide.com says that they're just becoming too stressed. Healthguide.com also states that there are 4 types of signs that you can tell: emotional, cognitive, physical, and behavior parts of your body that affect how you are stressed. Each of these gave a little box to help you figure out. So I'm going to give you a few details about what they are. For your emotions, they deal with your feelings. Some signs are moodiness, irritation, or anger. If you start feeling a lot of those, you may be stressed out. But they can also be different parts, such as your behavior is how you act. On MayoClinic.org, it stated that sleeping too much or sleeping too little can cause stress. as your body needs a total of 8 to 6 hours of stress. Some kids in high school do not get as much stress, as a recent survey sent out said that only 40% of students have the right amount of sleep every night. Procrastination is something that we think just happens with who people are, but it's also a part of your cognitive thinking. Cognitive signs are anxiousness or worrying or the inability to concentrate. We don't always think about these reasons because we have a lot on our plate. Like the Hulk would eat some days is how much Americans take on with their daily lives. A physical sign so that we can find out when we are stressed out how we look or sound or act like the Hulk. It seems like the cold season always comes around and it lasts all year. Well, the cold season can also be caused by stress. When you get a cold or the flu and it's more frequent than others, you may be under stress. If it keeps coming back and back, healthmail.com says that you are very stressed out if that happens, that you cannot keep going, and that they cannot diagnose you, but that the stress in your life may be causing some of the problems why you're stressed. Knowing the signs can help us see where to get the less stressful life. Now that we know how to become less stressful, we must become aware of things to change our lives. As stress management tips we can get, MayoClinic.org states that you can have chemical reactions going on in your body with your stress, but that exercise can also help calm the nerves. Exercise releases some of those chemical reactions that are helping in your body with the sweat glands. Also, you can have a breathing technique. As I go into this exercise, like the Hulk is strong, we're going to strengthen our bodies and our minds and behaviors on how to avoid stress. When exercising, we release the glands, we calm our bodies, and we think about different parts of the day. It also helps people that work in higher classes relieve their stress, as a study showed that women that worked in higher classes with male are more stressed out than the males are, but they responded better to the running and exercising. The breathing, taking deep breaths, can also relieve stress, as when you're stressed out, your body tenses up and you cannot focus as more. Your muscles and nerves tense up. You breathe shallowly. So when you take those big, deep breaths and have a sigh of relief, you are having more chemicals go away and you're having your body focus on different parts. This being said, we have tips to know our ways. And now we can help so that we don't have the Hulk in our life, because we know how to calm ourselves down with some tips, from exercising to breathing differently, and we know problems that stress causes on our body so that we aren't hurt and we don't turn green, and we know signs so that we can calm ourselves down so we're not angry like